Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Jedi Archives. Every other week, we go over comics and anything new Star Wars. If you're new to the show, introductions order. My name's Jonathan.
I am Bryce.
And I'm your cruise director, Obi Mike.
And Obi Mike, what are we talking
It's
about
more
today?
it's more like Captain Delicard, but it just has a ring to it when you say
Either
Captain
or.
Delicard.
Commodore Delicard.
Yeah, Commodore.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Commodore Delicard, yes. So today we're going over Jedi Knights issue number 2, Enter at the Prime. It's called Star Wars Jedi Knights issue 2, The Deepest Cut. And I'm pretty excited for this issue. Here's the main cover. And here we have at the Prime on the cover. Very ominous
Mhm.
villain. And we have this Jedi Master. I'm not sure who he is. I'm not familiar with him. I think his name is Yoga Bear,
Oh
or
my
Master
goodness.
Master Master
I
Yoga. Is that who it is?
think he's
No,
Yoda's cousin.
Master Yoda, and of course Jedi Knight Vecna Mooncrest, and they are the stars of this episode.
You know, spoiler alert, it doesn't seem like Yoda at some point in this. He definitely fights like a yoga.
Well, that just speaks to the power of at the Prime,
We'll get to that.
which yeah, I'm really excited about this issue. Um, the title gives some clues. It's called The Deepest Cut, so we'll get to that in a minute. Uh, so yeah, what do you guys think about this cover?
Ominous, very 80s villain type thing. The flat mask, like real features, the spiked
Yeah.
horns. Honestly, when I first saw this character appear, I thought it was one of our droid friends that are alive. I forgot what we called them. I actually thought it was one of those guys, but then you find out later it's not. But that's what I thought it was. But definitely a cool looking cover. I like the ominous color, the shading, and all that.
It
Yeah.
almost looks like the helmet and like the way everything drapes. It's more like a medieval Yoda.
Oh
You know what it
yeah.
reminds me of actually? Emperor Zurg.
That too.
Kinda
You know
does.
what? Last time I kept talking that he reminded me of something, and it's funny you mentioned the '80s because this is called the deepest cut. And take a look at this. Doesn't that look like at the Prime?
Yeah.
Hmm?
This is
Yeah.
from the '80s. This is from 1984.
Hmm.
I mean, it's got the same face mask. The horns
Very
come out.
similar.
Maybe these
Very
are
similar.
Uh,
maybe these will be his acolytes later on.
Pointy
you
ears,
never know.
right? So this,
The
I have this
staff as a
figure.
weapon.
This is an Imperial Sentinel. That remember
Hmm.
we had those with the 3D play sets, and it had that Leia and the that went to the dark side, and you would cut them, and they had the little backgrounds.
Yeah.
I have it right here, so I've got my right here, so I can show you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a comic book
I know,
review
but
and
look,
is now show
I
and tell.
well, because I collected these, and so here's my see. I have that 3D
Well,
scan.
show us when we go back.
You gotta take the background off, Mike.
Well, no, show us when we go back to minimize your screen. You're too small
Oh,
right now.
that's right, that's right. So
Keep on the
this
cell phone. You can barely
series,
see us.
these EU series with the 3D play sets, I collected all of these, and At the Prime was from the 80s. He was supposed to come out after the end of he was supposed to be the villain that attacks um Luke, but then that never Kenner designed him, but it never happened, and
Hmm.
so they shelved him. And so here we are 40 years later, and we get At the Prime, which is funny. Now they did use his design here in this expanded universe with the Imperial Sentinel, who
Yeah.
looks very similar to him. Look at that. I mean, but that's
Yeah,
totally looks like At the Prime.
Yeah.
it could be. It easily could be the basis for the character.
I
Very
don't. I
similar.
think it's. I think it's guaranteed almost, especially the way the face mask drapes. It's square and flat. That's exactly the way his is. I
The
think.
shoulder pads,
Yeah.
the pointy ears, even the colors, guys. Come on. Look, I'll stop sharing.
Staff.
And I'll share this one instead. Watch. Let me present. Oh, wait, share screen. Shoot, how do I share the screen again here? Plus, there's this one. There it goes. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Even the maroon color, the gold
Yeah.
shoulder pads, the pointy ears, the boxy helmet.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I know he looks familiar. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, and then you mentioned, Jonathan, the 80s look, right? I think it was intentional on the artist's behalf to bring us back to that whole 80s vibe.
Very cool.
He even has the gloves, the same gloves. So, all right. Here's another cover.
Oh.
This is a Virgin variant.
Oh,
Who's this
dang.
guy?
That cover is amazing.
Master Yoda, green on green.
Yeah, but when you look at it and the way that they did his half of his face and the way that they did the lightsaber, man, that's really good. Like that
Yeah, it
looks
is.
like a lightsaber popping off the cover there. That's pretty sweet.
Actually, it does. It does. It looks dimensional.
Yeah, if I ever wanted to get a Virgin cover of a comic, it would be that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, plus he's my favorite character, so I'm gonna. Now I gotta hunt that down. I gotta find one of those.
There's this cover too.
Yep, I think I have that one.
Oh, you have this one?
Yes, I
This is a
have.
nice
I
one.
have that variant. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting the A variants or the more common variants in this entire series. So
Recognize these pilots and this ship?
oh yeah,
I think they show up in episode 1.
not for very long.
No, not for very long, but they've been around since this time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's Jedi Master Mooncrest.
She's a Jedi Knight, not a Master.
Oh, sorry, Jedi Knight. Here's another cover, other art style. This is Jedi.
His art looks very unique there. It's definitely
Yeah, it does.
yeah.
I almost get like Quinlan Voss vibes.
I'll say the Gremlins and
And then-
Gizmo.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yes.
Big head
Yep.
Gremlins.
Very Gremlins. Yeah.
And then when you think about like what you're saying is like very gremlin type Yoda, but then you see all the eyes in the background. It's almost like all the other gremlins
Yeah.
that are behind
Right.
him. But yeah,
He's still
I totally understand that though.
He's still the Mogwai, and they're the bad ones.
He's a I Love New York shirt and some glasses.
That's cool. It's cool. That's a very unique art style though.
Mm-hmm.
Not against it. I like it. Yeah.
And then we have this one. It's the
That-
Phil Noto Star Wars sneak preview variant.
Who brings a dagger to a lightsaber fight? Come on, man.
I do think this one's
I
funny
like
because
this
it has
cover.
nothing
this
to do
is
with the
best one,
comics
but it has
because
nothing
it's
to do with it. But
yeah,
because it's Luke.
Luke versus someone.
I like it.
It's
Almost like a Vulcan, like a Star Wars Vulcan.
Or an elf.
yeah.
That too.
Mhm.
Space elves are
It's,
Vulcan.
it's
I don't know.
it's
This cover,
Legolas.
this
It's
cover is
Legolas'
hot.
brother.
This cover is hot. I need to flip away from it. And here's that
Okay,
Yoda
I
cover
got that.
again.
Still cool, but man, the Virgin variant of that is that's amazing.
Yeah. This is nice though, because even the lettering's green. That's the
Yeah, and it
green.
was on the other one too. That one with the that unique drawing with Yoda and Vecna.
Oh,
that was
this
green,
one has,
too.
This has red.
Mhm.
Virgin. Red, nice.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, green. I like the
Yep.
green.
That's why, like, you just really only have like just a lot of red and then a lot of green to contrast.
This one's got
See, and the red
orange.
makes sense there versus the green.
Right. Looks good. That green looks good.
And, yeah.
Nice. All right. So which is your favorite, John?
The Luke Skywalker one. It's pretty clean, even though it has nothing.
This
to do.
one?
Yeah, it's still pretty clean.
I know. I like this one a lot too. It's hot.
If I have to pick out of the other ones, the first one.
The main cover, this one.
Yeah, you can tell a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work put into a lot of these, but this one,
Yeah,
a lot of shading in this one.
I like it too, and I like the '80s throwback too. It does have a lot of '80s throwback. Bryce.
I already said what my favorite one was.
Bryce likes them virgins.
Yep. I'm actually going to search eBay and see if that thing is even out there.
That's a nice one. Yeah. This one's pretty sweet too. I think I like this one. I like it because it connects me back to episode 1. Because remember, this doesn't happen too far before episode 1.
So episode 1 or issue 1?
I'm talking the movie episode 1.
Yeah, the ship. Specifically the ship, and then the 2 pilots are the 2 that drop Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan off on the droid.
Yeah,
on the droid ship.
on Naboo. Look at my shirt.
And then they get killed.
Yeah.
That
leads to this.
Great job, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Getting your Ubers killed.
I know. Yeah, but they're the ones.
That's cool. Right. I mean, it must be cool for them. They probably didn't even know. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna put you some issues. Like what?
Hey, so I bet you they probably. Yeah, you're right. They don't know because they don't tell the actors. So
they own the likeness. They don't have to pay them. But
unfortunately, but they can take these to cons now and get.
Yeah, they can sign it and stuff like that.
Sign them. They should go buy a whole bunch of these variants.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're listening, go grab this variant.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I do like this one. I like this one a lot. But I like that for that. It was in 1984 when the At the Prime came out, as he was going to be the villain.
I mean, if I was like in the 80s, if I were to draw like a villain, an ominous villain, it'd be like just like that.
Well, I mean, he's definitely playing a larger part in something that's going on with the series. I mean, this book is definitely evident of it.
Mm-hmm. So Yoda and Vecna Mooncrest face the tyranny of At the Prime. The Jedi face a new threat on a strange, fantastic, and mysterious world, but the planet's surface ruler has a dark secret he wants hidden from the Republic. The first story featuring a never-released Kenner action figure, At the Prime. Oh yeah, they make a reference to him. So that's so cool. Super cool. All right, guys. Not too many characters in this issue. We've got Vecna Mooncrest, Yoda, Antidar Williams, At the Prime, Barem Kana, Blue Tark, Maui Madakor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, Adigalia, Mace Windu, and Corliss Wrath. But really, a lot of these are just at the very end.
Well, yeah, the last few pages, they kind of do some quick slides to them.
Mm-hmm. And I think I'll pull up the main cover.
Oh, not to be a spoiler here, but there's another one of those Virgin variant covers coming up too.
Oh, for the next.
I just won't say. Yeah, I just won't say what the Jedi is. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what the Jedi is.
Yeah. So here we are, issue 2, The Deepest Cut. So it's got that 1984 Kenner concept, the unrealized Return of the Jedi project. The epic continues. So we've got cool At the Prime. I liked it. So he's a mad geneticist, right? He's a mad scientist. We saw those cloning tubes. That was pretty cool. The Jedi show up.
Yeah, well, why do they show up in the first place? That's what I didn't get. They're pretty much doing a surprise inspection.
Well, they were.
Well, let me read the crawl.
There's rumors that they were going to be that there's going to be experiments and stuff, and so they wanted to see the biofields, and that's where Yoda felt that's where he felt like, oh, there's something underneath here.
Mm-hmm.
No warrant or nothing, huh?
Nothing. They're the Jedi. They're the ice agents of the Republic.
He is the warrant.
Listen, here's a crawl. It's short. Jedi Knights Yoda and Vecna Mooncrest have been dispatched to investigate the remote moon of Veros, where dark experiments are rumored to pose a dangerous new threat to the galaxy. So Veros is populated solely by its enigmatic leader, At the Prime. So let me give you some background. In in the 80s, At the Prime had been uh, sent out to the Outer Rim and like imprisoned. But once the Emperor was destroyed, he was like, "Oh, now I can take over," and he came back. That's why he was Luke's nemesis at that point, because then the Emperor was gone. So that's what happened back then in the 80s. But that story just was like squashed. It never happened. So that's what I'm thinking they're trying to revive through this. Viros is populated solely by its enigmatic leader at the Prime and his loyal army of droid attendants. And that gave me Black Hole vibes too, because remember in the Black Hole on his ship, he was the only living human left, allegedly, and he was just had all these droids, which we later found out he had turned all the people into droids or zombies. He lobotomized them. Little is known about him, and his efforts on Viros are shrouded in mystery. The Jedi do not know what potential threats or unspeakable horrors await them on Viros. And that's the end of the call. So that's what they went to investigate.
So that's what I'm saying. I found it very odd that they just showed up there. And they did get a tour of the biofields, but they could tell the robot was lying, which I couldn't even get it. When I read it, I was like, where do they see that the robot's lying? I didn't even catch that.
Because there was nothing there.
Yeah, there was it definitely the droid didn't act normal, I guess, for a droid. Oh, I must have skipped a protocol. Like that's when it kind of gave it away to me. It's like, okay, well, this droid clearly thinks for itself and has At the Prime to henchman of At the Prime.
Yeah.
Interesting. But they don't really just tell us much what the biofields are, if they're just another word for crops, but space crops. I don't know. They don't really tell us much. They're impressed about it, but then they don't buy it, and apparently they sneak away and break in.
Well, because Yoda says because then the Jedi Knight
Vecna says something. What should we do now? And that's when
Yoda says we should leave. Let's leave. It's like, okay. So then they take off, but he tells them bring the ship down low, and they jump off the ship and sneak back in, breaking and entering.
That's what I'm saying. This is a very.
I didn't see him actually break any doors. I think they just walked right in.
It's so
if you're going to leave the door open, are you really breaking and entering? And you're just inviting somebody in.
They're trespassing.
Okay, trespassing, illegal trespass because they were not invited.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They were invited, and they decided to leave, and then they said, "You know what? We want to go back."
Okay, Bryce, we see where you land on this.
I'm just saying, it went so fast. It's like they jumped out, and then they're like in the middle of the facility, and then they're already at the
cloning tubes.
And like they didn't go by any. That's saying it just went fast. I mean, you don't have to show that stuff, but it kind of helps tell the story a little bit more. Did they break in? Did they defeat any guards? Did they sneak past anything? They're just there. That was very very for a comic book.
Here you go. Take a look at the tubes. And I'm like, what are all these xenomorphs?
And then they're called Xerxes or something, Xerxes or
Xerxes, yeah.
But I mean, there's
Star Wars xenomorphs, yeah.
Well, and remember, like when they right after that, that's when the kind of like alien type creature, and when I mean alien, like because it was black and it was shiny,
there you go,
tail. It was a cross between like alien and Venom
and Yoda, because they have Yoda's ears.
But yeah, this was definitely more 80s storytelling. Just give us xenomorphs, stuff like that. And they can't be sued if there's any likeness because they now own them. So it's like, okay, go ahead.
That's right.
So without putting them in there, let's put them in there. I can't tell if I think they're organic, but then they got some non-organic abilities like replicating, and then they're, I guess,
yes. The weird thing is because that's almost like reptilian DNA.
Well, their
being able to do that.
exoskeleton is as strong as Durasteel, so they're having a hard time like killing them.
Well, just with that one, not the rest of them. The rest of them they were able to dispatch. There were just a lot of them. It was just that the first one
like
that
the
they
queen.
had. Yeah, that's That's
I'm
what
gonna
he
call her
probably
the
was
queen
describing,
because
but
it looks
yeah.
like aliens. Here, I'll share it. Check it out. So here it is. That one looks like the queen.
Yep.
It's very aliens.
Oh yeah, extreme.
I
Yeah.
didn't catch that they were different. I thought they were all the same.
No, she's
No.
different.
Yeah, lot larger.
Did they
She's got
defeat
that
her?
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right there.
Right
He
here.
went for the underside because
The underside.
they couldn't actually
It's vulnerable.
Now, if their blood was acid,
That's what I was waiting for. I'm like, do they have acid blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then Yoda leaves her alone because
Well, because he senses at the prime on top of the
they
on that
kind of needs her
ledge.
to clean up. And then Yoda finds out, and that's when I thought, is this the droid from one of those things? It kind of looked like it, but then you realize it's not. But he lays a whooping on Master Yoda, and that's when I was like, maybe it isn't Yoda, maybe it's Yoba, but
it's
very quickly.
If he would like right at the beginning, it was fine because then Yoda. It wasn't until Yoda like slashed his helmet, split it open. That's when he got up, threw Yoda against the wall. And they did a great job with Yoda having his eyes as wide as he needed. Like, whoa, this has never happened to me before. And then that's when he, stabs him.
But prior to that, Arthur Prime doesn't want to fight him. He just tells him, my quarrel is not with you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I wonder who his quarrel is with. Because in the 80s, huh?
It's with everybody.
It's with people breaking into his house.
Well, yeah. What he wants to do is he wants to take over the universe, the galaxy. Because that's what in the 80s, that's what it was. Arthur Prime wanted to be the new emperor.
Making assumptions.
Well, in the 80s, that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But then the emperor put him in his place. He had him like locked up.
But no, if he would actually had a lethal weapon, not a staff, Yoda could be dead. He pinned him to the floor with that thing. So it's like
right here, check it out.
I mean, he essentially not beat him twice. First when he pinned him, then when he got back up, he threw him against the wall. So I was very impressed with his fighting skills. Not expecting that at all.
Oh, you mean this scene?
Well, Yoda.
Yoda.
Yoda's still like even after being stabbed, grabbed his lightsaber and knocked him right off. And then
first Yoda lost his lightsaber. He lost his lightsaber.
Yes. He lays a whooping on him. I was very impressed with him, so I'd like to see more of him. See what else he can dish out.
But then he cracked his mask.
He did a dirty move. It looks like he threw his lightsaber. I didn't quite get what was happening. If he was pulling his lightsaber to him.
No, he pulled it to him because he had lost it. Remember? So he used the Force.
But it looks like the smash was before. That's I didn't quite. Are they doing it?
Oh yeah.
It's right here. It's right here. That where it says Shrek. That's him getting him in the face.
But then he grabs his lightsaber.
Yeah, it comes back to his hand. He threw it.
He threw the lightsaber.
Yeah, correct.
Thanks for the reminder. He threw it. Right.
Dirty move, man. Dirty.
Oh yeah. He's got to play dirty. He's got to. He's a little guy. Come on, he's a little guy. Come on.
Well, yeah, and then where he says "by the light," which I thought was a cool like nod to the High Republic, basically at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you see his helmet and everything cut in half, and he's like, "What are you?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's when I was like, okay, this is definitely not a droid or something. That is something.
No, he's like, man, you're ugly.
Let's show the next.
And then that's when he starts running away.
No, he whacks Yoda one more time.
Oh, he whacks him. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, he does, but then he's like, I'm out of here.
He's like,
if he had a lightsaber, Yoda would be dead twice already.
Oh yeah.
That definitely impressed with them. To teach him like a kid who stole your candy, just whang.
Oh, come on
Master
now. Yoda's
Yoda.
over 800 years old at this point.
Meanwhile, she took care of all the creatures all by herself.
No, she took care of
did not.
They bring more Jedi to take care of it.
Just that room was done. They find
Yeah, but
many more.
She did
But
a
there were a
lot.
bunch in that room with her
Yeah.
alone.
She did a good job.
And she
Oh, yeah.
dispatched her.
They were just baby ones.
Look at
though.
those biceps. Look at those biceps. Pew pew.
Pew pew pew.
I like that pew pew. I know.
Chaka, chaka.
So yeah, so they managed to get away because they have to escape. But then so does Alpha Prime.
Yeah, and that ship was crazy ship.
Oh yeah.
It looks
I gotta
like
show the
it
ship.
looks like it has the same kind of
There it is.
blaster like from like Revenge of the Sith when the Sith fleet was like had
Look
those
at that.
big old cannons on the.
That's a great ship.
Yeah, I think it's a monster.
They're like, he's getting away. Yeah. Then the Jedi come back. They destroy all of the mindless creatures.
Yeah, got
Every
base.
last one. Adigalia, here's your little cameos.
Yeah.
But that ship, that ship's amazing.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's a nice ship. Summon more Jedi, we must. Yep, they broke all those. And then it goes back to...
I think it goes to someone else before we go to Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Well, it goes back to the main ship because they didn't destroy all of them because it shows that Alpha Prime still has some.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he managed to rescue a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, but essentially, he only needs
I'm
one.
not even sure if he rescued them if they were just already there.
Yeah,
I know, but by rescue, I mean he saved them from being destroyed.
Yeah.
So he took them on his ship.
But and remember, too. So like there may not be very many there, but they can self-replicate.
Right. These little clone things, the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but that ship's massive.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of envisioned when I first read the story of. The very first High Republic book where they had the flying castle kind of looked like that in my mind.
You mean the
Warden ship?
The Eye of the Storm, his ship. It was like a flying castle, electricity.
Oh yes.
The Gaze Electric?
Gaze Electric, yeah.
Gaze Electric, yeah.
That's how it was described, and looked a little. I think when we saw it later, it looked a little different. But it was described as a flying castle.
That was the mother's creation.
Mm-hmm. And then we go back to Coruscant, and we're back with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. And I'm wearing, in their honor, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon shirt.
Who's that?
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Who's the other one?
Ray Park.
Darth Maul.
The guy who kills Qui-Gon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he could have saved them, but he didn't. That was a dirty move, Obi-Wan.
He wanted to be his own master.
Yeah.
He's acting like a Sith.
Well, and then he's like, I saw him kill you. And then he keeps studying the Hollow and he goes, I've never seen this guy before in my life.
Yeah. And he tells him his name. It's like, it was so real. It was Corliss.
Yeah, it's the Corliss.
Which we already knew from the other issue because his name was on the cover. But we didn't even know this species.
So I thought he died at the end of the episode. Didn't he?
No. He did a smoke bomb. He threw a smoke bomb and escaped.
A smoke bomb. He was gone.
I thought it was like a self-detonator and he blew himself up.
No. He escaped.
No.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, is this the same species as Alpha Prime?
If he smiles.
No.
Are you sure? Because if he smiles and has those spiky teeth, it might be.
I don't think the facial construction's right, though.
Is that Obi-Wan? Look at he has like red hair. Very dark.
Yeah.
That's very unique. It doesn't look anything like Obi-Wan.
It is Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I mean, look how red that hair is there. I mean, like,
well, because he's got the light blondish brown hair.
I guess that, yeah.
Yeah, that's his little ponytail. It's always lighter.
His Scotland is showing there.
Yeah. He's got those luscious lips. That's how I recognize him. Guys, guess what happened? I was at Oga's Cantina and somebody recognized me from the show.
This show?
I don't know if this one, but he goes, "Are you on YouTube?" I'm like, yeah. He's from Denver. He's like, "I recognize you from the YouTubes."
Oh, that's
Mr.
cool.
Mr. Denver,
Wars
please
fan.
comment on this video and let us know if Mike's making that up.
But yeah, that was the end of this. Yep. So it ends on this, that he found out who he is. He's like, "I've never seen this man before in my life. His name is Corliss Wrath," which we already knew from the cover of issue number 1.
Corliss
So what a useless reveal.
Wrath.
But yeah.
Well, I didn't read the cover of the other one. I read it before I read this one, but I didn't read the cover, so I didn't know that. So it worked for me.
It's on the cover. It says Corliss
I
Wrath.
opened it and went straight to it because I needed to read it. One, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah. It was one of the variant covers, right, Bryce?
Which one?
Corliss Wrath.
Oh, yeah,
Corliss
in the first
Wrath.
one, yeah.
On the first one, one of the variants had
We laughed
Corliss
about
Wrath.
it.
I'm like,
Kind
oh
of
yeah.
hilarious.
Like, because he was nowhere in the comic. I mean, his name.
Right. No, and he was towards the end of the comic, but yet one of the variant covers was like, "Meet Corliss Wrath."
Meet Corliss Wrath. Like, well, thanks a lot. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of stole Obi-Wan's thunder here.
Well, right now that's as much promotion as they can do. So.
Yeah. Well, this is from 2025, so we're really getting around to it now. But yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's the end of this issue. It was a quick read. What'd you guys think?
They actually they cut corners to get it in, but they did what they're supposed to do. We established I think we're going to Alta at the Prime.
At the Prime, yeah.
As a pretty strong, pretty, excuse my French, badass villain who can kick Yoda's butt. And then they also established that he can quickly make a pretty strong army. We don't know his intentions. We have an idea though, but and then we see more about the assailant with Qui-Gon, so it did its job pretty quickly. So, if you agree or disagree with anything we say,
wait, how many holocrons? How many holocrons, John?
Yeah, dude.
You can do that. Okay,
you're jumping the gun. Give me some holocrons.
Yep, here it comes. 3.25.
2.35.
John.
No, actually, I liked it. I don't know. I just sometimes I get too real world, and I look into it like, what was Yoda thinking? They just literally broke in and attacked this guy and stuff. But I mean, it's an '80s cartoon. That's what they would do. So I have to think of it like that. I mean, it probably really is a villain. No proof of it yet. But other than that, actually, I liked it. I like seeing Yoda get beat. I think that was awesome. It's something you do not expect. Yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Wow.
Short and sweet. I liked it. There's nothing
interesting.
Plot holes, but
yeah. So I look at the Prime as Markion Row 2.0,
Nice.
and yeah, to me, I felt like this was a filler comic to get us to kind of bridge a little bit of a gap between what we got in the first one and probably what we're going to get in the next one. But I do agree with John. With John on the 4. I think it delivered in a very quick, concise manner, but I still feel like it's a little bit of a filler.
Nice. Well, I'm going to give it a 4.5 because I liked it being a deep cut going back to bringing us the 1980s figure. So when you get at the Prime here, and then look at him here, and then look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, that just looks like him. So
I
that's
have
him
no
at
complaints
the
with
Prime.
characters, so yeah, I think it's cool.
I like it. So I like it a lot. And going back to this one, and if you look at this figure, I have this toy. So when I saw him, like, man, I have that toy. And let me stop sharing so I can show you these 3D series. I couldn't find my Imperial Sentinel, but I did find this one. It's the same series. The 3D. This is the Leia.
Somebody spotlight him.
Yeah,
There
from
you go.
Dark Empire series. See, it's still a 3D series. So I have this one with the Dark Sentinel.
God,
The
those
Imperial
shoulders make it
Sentinel.
look like Han.
I know, right? But it's cool because in the back, when you cut it out, it makes it a little diorama.
Oh, that is cool.
Mhm. And so does the Imperial Sentinel, has the same thing. But that Imperial Sentinel is at the Prime. And that, like I said, Kenner had designed him because he was going to be the next villain for Star Wars after the episode 6. And it just never came to fruition. So I'm glad to get him back now, 40 years later. So it's pretty cool.
I wonder
So,
what
yeah.
came first in the timeline, Thrawn or him, and that's what Lucas more.
He did because Thrawn was in 91. This was 84.
So they say why they scrapped him?
It just never got. Lots of things never got.
I know Lucas wasn't producing it, but he was approving it. So whatever the writer was making it, or maybe in the 80s they made things just to make toys.
Yeah.
Literally, like they made shows just for toys. So maybe that's what this was. Let's make a villain just for toys. And so maybe the story really never came flushed out good, so they just scrapped it.
Yeah.
Never got a good writer behind it.
So I'm really excited about this. I like Alpha Prime. He's going to be a cool villain. And
like to see him take out a few Jedi permanently to really.
I think he can because I think he's better than even in the High Republic. He seems stronger than Mark Young. So we'll see.
Oh, I'm sure he is, but what I was just saying, like he's kind of like a Markion 2.0.
We'll see how
Right.
conniving he is, because Markion was super good at that. He was super good at the planning and stuff. We will see. Not having security at his facility was already a mistake.
Well, he's very arrogant. He didn't think he needed it. So that's the thing, because he thinks he's so powerful, he doesn't need security.
Not locking your door.
Yeah, having it all open like that. He's like, I don't need it. I'm at the Prime. So
right.
All right.
All right. If you agreed or disliked with anything, please leave a comment. Let us know if you're right, wrong, disagree, whatever. Mr. John Denver, whoever you are, please let us know if Mike made that up. If we do not get a comment from you, it means Mike made it up. So it means you don't exist.
Or if you want to meet up with me, check me out. Go hang out with me at Oga's Cantina, which they're doing. Did you hear they're making it into the Star Wars Cantina? That's why it's going to be closed for the next few weeks.
They're changing the name?
Well, it's going to be Oga's, but they're going to be playing Star Wars Cantina music.
They have to close it, change the soundtrack.
They're doing a remake because that part of Star Wars of Batu is going to be OG trilogy with Vader and Leia.
I hope they're cleaning those tables and.
Oh, I know, they were disgusting.
They are.
It's going to be a deep clean. It's a deep clean.
It's no longer going to be focused on the sequel trilogy. It's going to be all of Star Wars.
Well, that part. The other part is still going to be sequel, like down by Rise of the Resistance. So Rey will still show up down there, but up in Batu, like the main where Oga's is, that's going to be now original trilogy.
There's a long, awkward walkway from Bazaar to. I think an X-wing's the first thing you see.
Yeah.
There's a long, awkward, and that's perfect transition phase.
Yeah. So it's perfect to have both. We can have both. So I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to see them interact. It'd be cool to see Vader sees Kylo, something like that. But we'll see.
Well, in the EU, they had flow walking, so I'd like to see that come back.
But also, please let me do this real quick. Make sure you're following us at our new website at virtualcantinanetwork.com, as well as YouTube at Virtual Cantina Network, on Instagram at virtual.cantina.network, on X at Cantina Virtual, on Twitch at Cantina at Virtual Cantina Network, and on TikTok at Virtual Cantina. And as always, you can join the mother page, Star Wars Celebration Los Angeles 2020. I think we changed that name, didn't we? Weren't we?
Oh, we did change the name.
Find us, but yeah. I think we need that change. But yeah, we're the main celebration fan group. We think we added fan group to that. Yeah, one that's over 100,000. Join that. You'll see us doing shenanigans and stuff. Anything else we need to promote?
Yeah, it's a Star Wars Celebration Los Angeles 2027 fan group.
Yeah, that's it. Anything else,
That's
guys?
it. Nice seeing you all. Welcome back. You got all three of us for the first time in the new year. We'll be seeing you here again in February.
Issue 3.
Mm-hmm.
Be there or be square.
May the Force be with you.
For light and
May the
life.
Force be with you.
Hi, this is author Timothy Zahn. You're listening to Virtual Cantina Network.